present that as an oral argument. Now, while mooting is very valuable from an educational perspective, from a career development perspective, mooting is absolutely invaluable. For example, for the Gale Cup moot last year, our coach arranged about 14 practice rounds with different members from the criminal bar, so about 4 or 5 different defense firms, lawyers from the Crown, judges, and some professors. Not only did this mean we were getting excellent input throughout the process, but it meant about 3 or 4 months later, when I was applying for an article, I had been practicing presenting before these people who were looking to hire a student for a position. So invaluable from a career development perspective. And then there's also the competition itself. Now, this program is phenomenally supported by this faculty of law. So you won't have to worry about things like the cost of accommodation, of flights to whatever competition you're involved in. And once you get there, it's a lot of fun. You'll get to meet law students from various different law schools. You'll get to meet lawyers and judges from across the country. And sometimes you'll even get extra sort of special experiences because our team made it to the finals. I actually got to present before one of the justices of the Supreme Court of Canada, Justice Gascon. And that's an experience many lawyers will never have, and here I am, some lowly law student who gets this experience because I chose to be involved in mooting. So the final question that, if I've done my job, some of you are asking is, how can I be involved in mooting? So all of you will be involved in the first year legal research and writing moot, and then those of you who do a particularly excellent job will be chosen to compete in an in-house moot based on the same legal question, and that's the Dean's Cup. Then the following year in October, you'll have the opportunity to participate in the Brimacombe selection moot, and from there you will be placed, if you want to do maybe a national criminal appeal moot or a local constitutional moot with the University of Calgary, you'll be placed in a moot based on your interest and your levels of skill. So I hope this has answered some of your questions about the competitive moot program. If you see me later and have any questions, feel free to just grab me and ask me whatever, and I hope you have a great rest of the day at orientation. Thank you.
Hey, guys. So my name's Tyler.
And I'm Bronwyn.
And I am one of 2 co-executive directors for this year's law show.
I'm the producer. I'm not one of those 2.
George Wong, regretfully, has better things to do today. So he is not here, but he's the other half of our dynamic duo. So Law Show is an annual charitable variety show with over 20 years of history here at the U of A. We've got hilarious titles, dripping with law puns, such as Dracula, Wizard of Laws, Charlie and the Law Factory, Aladdin, and last year's critically acclaimed production of Harry Lauder, which is up for many Screen Actors Guild Awards and Tonys this year. So this year we're excited to announce that we're taking things back to the 80s with Ferris Bueller's Day Off. So a little bit of a synopsis here. Dark days have fallen over U of A law. The evil replacement Dean Rooney is out to get Ferris, Sloan, and Cam as they gallivant around the city in an ill-advised attempt to score an enamored Cam, a meeting with U of A Law alumni Chief Justice Beverly McLaughlin. Now, we need your help with this. I mean, it sounds hilarious, I know, but it's going to be even better if we actually have people to put on stage. So we are recruiting singers, we're recruiting dancers, actors, and musicians to help throw what will hopefully be the number 1 best party of the year.
Yeah, and also very exciting, our production side needs people as well. If you are one of those people who doesn't like to be up on stage and maybe would like to be involved still, we have tons of production roles as well that it's kind of the more behind the scenes things. We sell an auction. That's how we raise a lot of our money for the charity. We really, really, really need a costume designer. So I'm not going to say that I'm begging, but if you can sew, I'm begging.
We'll take grandmas too, like that's cool.
Last year it was someone's grandma, actually, so. Yeah, so we will definitely be available. We will definitely have spots available for people who want to be involved, but maybe don't like to be on stage, or maybe don't want to commit that much time. I should mention that most of these posts are a lot less time consuming. Not that Law Show is time consuming in the first place, but it's like a matter of degrees.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say enough good things about U of A's Law Show. It's one of a kind. It's super fun. It's a great way to meet upper years, great way to get to know your peers, and kind of flex your creative muscles a little bit, doing some things that you may or may not have done before. Absolutely no prior experience is required. So yeah, check us out on Clubs Fair, which is on Tuesday, September 8th. I think we're going to have a table at the top of the stairs, and I hope to meet every single one of you there. Okay, thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Hi, everybody. My name is Deirdre Fleming. I'm one of the co-captains for the women's rugby team. I'm actually here just to talk about women's sports generally at the faculty. So if you're really interested in sports and you're a woman, we want you. We have two main teams. We have Swift Justice, which is a hockey team, and also the women's rugby team, the Panda Barristers. And essentially, we run the rugby team pretty much within the next couple weeks. We're going to get it started, and then the hockey team will start up in a couple weeks. So essentially, the way it works is for rugby, you can absolutely have no experience whatsoever. Don't be nervous. Pretty much 98% of the girls that started last year had no idea what they were doing and were terrified every minute, so it's fine. But obviously they weren't terrified after about 10 minutes. It was good. We're good. But it was a great experience for me. I met most of my friends playing rugby, and it's a fantastic way to meet upper years and just kind of ease your way into law school, so I really suggest it. It's not a big time commitment, just once a week, and we actually have some great social events. We also are going to be going to a trip to Vancouver to play some of the other women's rugby teams as well, and the guys' team is going to be going as well, so it'll be a great weekend. And it's a great time, so definitely come out for rugby. And the hockey team will also have a booth at the Clubs Fair on the 8th, and so will the rugby team. So feel free to drop by, ask us any questions. As far as the hockey team goes, just know you just need skates and a stick. Everything else you can rent. Amazing experience. And if you have any questions and see me in the hallway, just poke at me and let me know. That's it.
Hey everybody, my name's Cody. I'm here to talk to you about men's sports. So first sport of the year is going to be rugby. So men have a rugby team. It's a good team. You don't know how to play rugby. You don't have to be athletic. You just have to come out. So that'll be probably starting next week, and then they'll go till mid-October. Once rugby kind of wraps up, we have two hockey teams. The first one's the Tortfeasors. They're a little more competitive. If you played any level of competitive hockey, kind of junior A, junior B, AAA, midget, something like that, you'd probably be a good fit for the Tortfeasors team. And they're having a tryout next Thursday. So if you have equipment, try to get it into Edmonton before next Thursday if you want to try out for that. If you don't want to try out for hockey and you just want to play on a rec team, join the Litigators. That's the team that I run. Our season isn't terribly taxing. It's about 11 games over the course of both semesters. We'll get underway kind of mid-October, and no real degree of experience is necessary. If you can stand up on skates on ice, you can probably play for the Litigators. What else? We also have a soccer team that's going to get underway in September and is over by the end of October. I know that they're looking for some bodies this year too. So if you've ever played soccer, I highly recommend it. And then second semester we have a bunch of intramural sports that we play, and there'll be signups for that. But things like volleyball, basketball, co-ed water polo, just a bunch of sports that would be kind of fun to play. So I know a lot of people are concerned about overcommitting themselves in first year and doing all those kind of things. I think the sports are very flexible, though. No one expects you to be at every game and every practice. I mean, it's not. Make your time commitment what you can make it, and I encourage you to get involved and sign up at Clubs Fair next week. Okay, thanks.
Hi everyone, my name is Robert Lavalley. I'm the current Executive Coordinator of Student Legal Services. Student Legal Services, or SLS, is a nonprofit legal clinic completely run by U of A students. We have four major projects. We have the criminal project, where you can assist people in summary convictions We also have Civil and Family, where we make appearances on child support as well as parenting issues. We have PBSC, which is primarily consistent of research projects as well as a human rights project, and Legal Education and Reform Project, which is outreaches typically at low-income areas such as the Mustard Seed, Bissell Center, areas where individuals need some legal assistance. It is approximately a 1 week or once every 2 week time commitment for an hour and a half. It's a great experience. I did it my first year. I really enjoyed it. You learn a lot, you meet some upper years, as well as you have the opportunity to assist people who really need it. We will be at Clubs Fair, as well as we're hosting a lunch, I believe, on September 9th. I encourage everyone to come out, get something to eat. It's not going to be pizza, which you will soon learn is served at very many events, and I believe that there will be members from our board, as well as lawyers from the community. So, thanks.
Thank you. That brings us to the end of this part of the program. Now, there are 3 or 4 things left. The first is to get the group photo. That will be downstairs. So as you exit, go down, and there will be people outside directing you. After the group photo, we'll have a short coffee break. After the coffee break, around 3:30, you'll do small group tours. This is where you will be assigned by the number on your name tag. So look at the name tag, and then you will meet up in that group. And then later at 4:30, there's the Dean's Barbecue. You're all welcome to attend the Dean's Barbecue. We'll see you then.